So, Christian, maybe would you mind describing to me what the biotabase, the Renfrew County Biotabase is?
Sure. It's a database for all kinds of species of plants and animals that has been installed 2-3 years ago at least, fully running, in which we can register all the species that we see. And the list is already there. We just have to hook on the species that we've seen, put the date on, as well as the location where they have been seen, so that we can have an idea of what species comes when, as well as the quantity of them. So if you see big flocks of, say, sandhill cranes when they migrate, or it can be a rare species such as great gray owl or whatever of that sort, or even frogs. There are some that are, or turtles, some that are on endangered species or species of concern. Then if we put them on, it will help the ministry to check over what's been seen, and this way we can have maybe better habitat protection, or at least have some statistic to tell the government, here we have those species, we have to protect this area, so let's not have motorboats or whatever else. So that's the use of it, and also maybe for some inquiries, scientific inquiries as to the moves and migrations of different species, such as the northern mockingbird has been moving north the last few years, and snow geese have been seen more and more often now, so we can see there are shifts of migration pattern or even species moving northward. So just to keep up with the species that we see, and same thing with plants. There's some rare plants that have been seen in spots, so we can put that in the biotabase, and it's on a voluntary basis. All you need is to put your a login name and a password, and off you go. You just have to follow the instructions, and you can write comments such as, I've seen this species with another group of geese or whatever. Comments like this that can be helpful to scientists.
Wonderful. So when you say the ministry, providing information to the ministry, you mean the Ministry of Natural Resources?
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
Natural Resources.
Right.
As well as other groups like National Audubon Society, because they look for bird migration pattern, or even whether they are disappearing or not. There's some species that were here abundant for a while, now we hardly see them. Vice versa, we have species that we hardly ever saw, and now we see them more and more often, like the sandhill cranes. So we are able to see changes in pattern of populations of species.
And do you think that the ministry is incorporating some of that data, or is using some of that data that's been inserted into the biotabase?
I know they do, because I had a few comments from 2 people I know there that told me that they were checking what's happening there.
Oh, good.
So I know they're using it.
Okay.
So this way it's available to all North Americans and even world scientists to see bird pattern, not only birds but also amphibians, mammals, and plants as well. But I put in my information so that the ministry can have access to it, and also eBird. There's some birds of concern, for example, the whippoorwills. Last year I decided to drive around the county, and on eBird I saw a couple of people had seen some or heard some whippoorwills, so I decided to drive around those areas, and I got a total of about 41 different whippoorwills in several locations, so I put them on eBird, so this way the ministry knows, and if anybody has an inquiry to make because there's a concern about them, then they can see what I put in, so that is helping the ministry in that way.
Okay. Wonderful. Thanks, Christian.
Welcome.